Mapping the most important events in history is a daunting task. With all that has happened over the course of 5,000 years of human history, how, you might be asking, can we dwindle it down to 25 things? Obviously, there were plenty of other events that occurred which had wide-ranging consequences. Out of all the kings, rulers, leaders, assassins, wars, and innovations changing the progress of mankind, what were some of the most consequential that reverberated throughout the world? That's what we're here to discover. So, ready to hop into a time machine and travel back in time? I'm Mike with List 25, and here are 25 most important events in history. #25. Greco-Persian Wars. It might not seem like it, but the Greco-Persian Wars were a huge turning point in human history. If the Greeks had fallen and lost against the Persian Empire, like everyone else in the known world, the Western world would likely not have the democratic politics, art, literature, and science it does today. The Greeks not only won against the Persians, but they thrived thereafter all the way up to Alexander the Great. 24. Alexander the Great. Speaking of Alexander the Great, when the Greek city-states were growing in their power, he rose up as a Macedonian ruler that would use his charm, cunning, and ruthlessness to conquer Persia, Egypt, Mesopotamia, and some parts of India. Not only did he build a massive empire, but his influence on culture ushered in the Hellenistic period, a heavy mixture of Greek and Asian culture that would dominate the world for centuries. 23. Pax Romana. Pax Romana, which means Roman peace, was a period of peace and stability over the Roman Empire. It started at the reign of Caesar Augustus, when Rome had ruled Europe, North Africa, and Palestine, and lasted for 200 years afterward. This stability allowed for further advances in art, culture, and technology, and established much of what would become modern-day Germany, France, and England. 22. The Life of Jesus. The life of Jesus was a major historical event which came about during the reign of Caesar Augustus and Pax Romana. Regardless if you believe Jesus' teachings, few deny how big an impact he left on human history and the massive religion that would soon follow. Christianity has impacted many elements throughout Western culture, shaping it for thousands of years to the modern day. With millions around the world worshiping Jesus as God, his influence has lasted far longer than most. 21. The Life of Muhammad. Born in 570 CE, Muhammad was born in Mecca, and at the age of 40 he claimed to receive a vision from the angel Gabriel. He continued to receive these revelations, which became the Quran. His teachings and message drew crowds, but also swift opposition. He took his followers out of Mecca to Medina, but eventually would gather so many followers he'd return to conquer Mecca. As we know today, his impact on Middle Eastern culture and the world grew with the religion of Islam, becoming the second most popular religion in the world. 20. Genghis Khan's Mongol Empire. Let's hop over to Asia now and look at Genghis Khan, the ruler of one of the largest empires in human history. Few would actually point to Khan as someone who radically changed history, but his Mongol Empire had sweeping effects in their time and beyond. First, the Mongolian army was a terror, conquering, slaughtering, and pillaging wherever they went. But they were also good at being pragmatic and including and adopting all cultures to please the masses and maintain control. By almost uniting Eurasia, they were able to spread technologies like paper, gunpowder, the compass, and even trousers.